Good morning, everyone. How's it going? happy, happy Monday, right, Sophie? So, in compared to yesterday, uh, it's pretty cold out. It was chilly this morning, right? Well, you probably enjoyed it. Oh, all right. Let's figure out some stuff's not working here. Um, I don't know why. So let's see. GX browser needs to capture GX. There we are. We have the web whiteboard up and running. So you can pop on there and draw, just as always, keep it in terms of service. Outside of that, a couple things. I've been really enjoying Crimson Desert. I know. Oh, I have to check. They put out a patch overnight at some point, and supposedly it brings in does a couple fixes, and also makes it so you can have a storage now at. Just stop. It also makes it so that you can have a storage now at your tent, which is awesome. All right, let's get some music going. We're gonna do a little chip tunes this morning. And then I was looking at this. This is a open source app, and you take real places, and I guess you put it in there, like either a picture of it or something like that, top-down view or something, and it creates it in Minecraft for you. Yeah, I don't know how it does it, but it creates it. Right, so that's kind of cool. Let's see what else. I think that's kind of it. Yesterday after my stream, we left. We went to the off-road meetup, which was great because there was 3 different clubs. A bunch of people showed up. We had coffee and breakfast and that kind of stuff, and it was just nice to see people and talk about the rigs again. Everyone is enjoying the nice weather and planning camping trips, so that's coming along nice. And what is this? Oh, someone made it. Okay. I thought like Lego was putting out the game. I was like, oh, I'm gonna want that. What? Outside of that, I think we're good. We could probably drop over. There we are. All right. We need to do a couple things. I've been messing with my pause button. And it's not quite working. So we're gonna come back in here. If pause this. All right, so we're gonna remove those 2 things because I think that it's just not working right with that. And we're gonna come back to here. I did make 2 sprites, right? So we have a resume and a quit button. And these are it. I'm trying to write the text out on top of the buttons versus do it in the sprite. So hopefully it'll work. Let's just run it and see what issues I have running into it. All right. Let's wait for OBS. There it is. Didn't have to wait long this morning. All right. So pause. Well, it's getting there. It's getting there. We need to move this over here. This one back over here. It kind of messed it up. The two buttons, right? Let me think about this. Let's stop it. Let's see. System Game Manager here. I need to put these back side by side. When I was redoing things, I kind of messed it up. I was trying this. I don't know if I like separating it. So I'm going to put it back. All right. I think we need to adjust a couple things. Our box here, this is for hover. Draw sprite, so it's here. I think it needs to be maybe, which one was it? So sprite resume and this one need to be opposite of each other because of the way they look, right? So you go like this. And that's how those two are going to look. So where are we? So we're doing button resume X and button resume Y. Yeah, this kind of messed it up. I think what we need is not worrying about my Y here. This will put them together. So one needs to be minus, let's make it 200, right? And the other one we'll do is positive. Well, it could probably be like 150. And the other one has to be a positive 150. And then we're just going to say this is going to be I did not save some stuff that I should have. Silly me. Okay. And let's see. Button quit Y doesn't exist at this point, right? So if we just call it Y. And let's do that. Okay. Once we set this, we will go ahead and let's test it.
Never left me. Savage as hell. I've got a heart like a lion.
All right, so now, oh, the way up there. Let's think about this. We want resume. We want the Y's to be the same. So this is going to put it in the exact middle. So let's say plus. Let's do 20, right? And that can be the same thing here. So now we're gonna come back and fix what I just undid, because that was not right. Here, there, and here, and there. Then the other one. There, there, and there. Alright, that should be alright. Let's run it and see what it looks like. Okay, getting better. Let's move all this down by, say, 30. So we're going to say this is now at, I don't know, 60. Right? And we have this being drawn. This needs to be adjusted itself. We're going to say 50 for the word paused. All right, and let's wait for OBS. All right, once we're in here, I feel like that went the other way. The buttons went the right way. Oh, wait, I think I said negative. So these are okay. Let's make them a little bigger, maybe. So where we're saying button resume X, Y, we're gonna let's make it like 3 times, right? This should be positive 20. There we go. I was waiting for OBS. All right. So that looks pretty good. Like, it increased the size of it. Now I need to offset my text a little more. Bring it up a little bit and up a little bit. And if I could get this maybe over just a little more and like put right here, I think that would look good. All right, so we're offsetting my 25 off the paused. I want to see what it looks like without that. And it probably can come down by 40. The text, we need it to be X is fine, Y minus 10. So let's do that here as well. All right, let's run it. Well, unable to find an instance of, okay, so I turned this off. We're gonna turn it back on. Right, and then try it again. What I was trying to do there was I was trying to create a safeguard. So if you try to hit pause while you're in pause, what does it do? We need to make this resume and quit and paused a little bigger. So I'm going to create a font for it. Fine. Okay, so the resume button doesn't work and it's still this. Step event. I have it turned off still. All right. This needs to be Good morning, Kelvar. Yes, hitting the pause button slash action while in pause mode should resume. It should. Yes. This is old. We have since then changed this to virtual key escape. All right, let's run it. No, let's try to fix. I think the button is okay. Our text size. Let's try to do a different. Well, we're using font UI. Let's see all the places that we use font UI. All over the place. Okay, so maybe this isn't one I want. Kevlar, you may have missed what you said earlier, so if you stated the obvious, well, that's why you're here. True. How's your Monday going? So what is this one? All right, font. This is level. Okay, so I don't want to change font UI. No. What I want is a font UI dialog, UI purchase, UI. We're going to make a new one and call it font pause. Ooh. Start it with like a 14 and see what that looks like. It's probably gonna be wrong, but I think it's okay. You doing good? Having your morning coffee. Another day in March Madness today planned. Excellent. So what's all planned for today's March Madness? And who do you root for through all this? If paused, this, right? Let's close that. Just put that back in my notes. Okay, so we have step event. If paused, exit. Let's run it one more time so I can see where I think it's happening. Oh, it's happening when I attempt to open the game. Okay. So let's turn that off one more time. There we are. Today's second round of the women's tournament. You follow Iowa mainly, and any team from the Big Ten. Nice. Iowa men yesterday had a huge upset. Oh. I haven't followed basketball in a long time. What happened with yesterday's team? let's wait for this to catch it. All right. Let's make. We're gonna make the game a little bigger. Where are you? Game. There we are. Nope, it needs to be you. Let's just do that. The men are seated number 9. They beat the number 1 and defending champ Florida at the buzzer. Ooh. See, even though I don't follow it, I think that would have been a good game to watch, right? I like stuff like that. All right, if we do this and we hit that, there's our bug. And pause. System manager paused. Why? Okay, so we have system manager dot paused equals false. Oh, system manager. I guess this needs to be, let's put this back on pause. So paused needs to equal false. Paused equals false. Oh, wait. Paused. You usually root for the underdogs and upsets. Excellent. Except not against your team. True. You like close games, buzzer beaters. Yeah. It doesn't matter the sport. I really enjoy close games. I don't know. It just makes it more exciting for me, right? Okay. So we can start game, come here. I think I fixed it. Well, we're going to find out here in a second, but I had paused with the D on most of it, and then I said pause without the D equals false in the game manager. So no, it didn't fix it. I was joking. It doesn't know what it's doing. All right, so we're going to copy this, take this back up, and replace this one. And now we need to figure it out, right? So maybe it had an issue here. And we have it correct here. And the other thing we're doing is, those are all false here. Paused. Well, I don't know. Something's not right with this. Right? If we copy it, let's put it up here so I can see it for a minute. Let's come over here. The men's games usually have a lot more upsets than the women's games. You find the women's games more interesting as they are not as flashy and skilled, and games are more of a struggle. True. I could see that. I like what sports? I like watching the Irish hurling games. I like Gaelic football. I like watching hockey, but I really enjoy going to a hockey game. Football, when I can. I like to watch regular American football. And I feel like that's kind of it. I don't watch baseball much either anymore. I used to, although going to a baseball game every now and then is fun. It doesn't seem to like this. And it keeps going back to System Game Manager, Object 57. Unable to find any instance for the object name. System Game Manager is set to persistent. And object pause menu step 0 or first step, right? So step. Lines 5 and 5. So it does not like this. It should already be that, right? So if I just, no, it doesn't like that. All right, false. Let's put that back. You like going to hockey games? You used to be a Flyer season ticket holder, but finances don't allow. Apparently, dude, those are so expensive now. Like, absolutely expensive. All the games, season passes, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, if we take out, or turn off, I should say. Let's turn this back off. And I wonder if it's the order of things. Let's run it. And then we'll move on to something else for a little bit so I can think about this. Yeah, I enjoy going when I can, but tickets they're just expensive. So it pauses nicely, right? And I think this is looking pretty good. I like the way these two are. Maybe. Do we think it looks good that way or for the sprite? Or do we want the sprite to be opposite of each other? Like, do we want it to look like that? So the curve and the fold of the banner goes like this, or make it so that is it here? They go this way, and the fold is on the outside of the two. You think opposite, so this way, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. So this needs to be resume one. This one needs to be quit. All right, let's run it. The last time the Flyers made the playoffs, it was COVID, so couldn't go anyways. True, it would have cost you $10,000 to go to all the games, assuming they kept winning. Man. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I see why. That needs to be resumed. This needs to be quit. There we go. Let's go back to it. And I broke it. But before we get, let me just redo it. All right, we have start game. Pause. There. So now we have a nice looking pause menu. It says resume and quit, although those words can be up maybe a couple of pixels. Right? And paused looks good. But if I try to get out of it, it's going to break, which is fine. We're just not going to pause right now. You had really good low level seats, though. I actually thought of buying the tickets and reselling them to make money. True. A lot of people do. Or at least they sell every ticket they're not using, right? All right, let's come back in here. We have it at -10. Let's raise it up by 3. See what that looks like. Why are there so many messages? Oops. I got messages all over the place this morning. It's what happens when I don't look at my phone. All right. No work DMs. Move on. What's going on here? Okay. Not that important. I think that looks pretty good. Might need to find a better color than white. Right? Unless maybe it should be black. So resume and quit should be black first. Then when you hover, maybe it changes to white. That might be a better idea. Whoops. Was I in there? So, you started as a season ticket holder when they were bad, on the theory that when they were good, you'd have easy access. True. To go to the games at face value rather than resold prices. Yeah. Because, I mean, resold prices, we all know, are just higher. All right, we're going to switch this. So it should be white, black. Put that in the opposite order. I think that's it. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I have to change these ones. Oh, I don't remember. All right. Okay, that was right. So we reversed the colors, so now it's black, and then when we go over it, it says resume in white. And the same thing with quit. I think those are good. And I guess I know resume doesn't work. Let's see if quit does. And then I need to come up with a banner for the start button. Same issue. Okay. So it doesn't like either one of those. That's fine. That's fine. So in here, system game, we are double checking. I'm pretty sure SS counters here, enemy counter, display, health bar, shield bash, room start. Let's think about where my room start is, right? So room start is here. What do I have in there? System menu. I see it. Is that it? Start game. I think we're going to do sort of the same kind of thing we do here. And we'll do this, but this just needs to be... This is just button X. And this is just button Y. We'll make it 1 times the size. And we know from earlier, I want these reversed. There. I used to go to the Steeler games a lot for football, and I never had the season tickets, but like an uncle had season tickets, and I would always buy the tickets from him whenever he wasn't using them. Yeah, because he had season tickets for both the Steelers and the Penguins. That was always fun. All right, so we're going to say this. We're going to make one. SPR menu banner. I'm just making sure I don't have it in here. What's this? Okay. We need to make a new one. New sprite. These are the banners. For a start banner to sort of keep it the same as the other ones. Maybe like this. That might be neat. Obviously, these are not mine. So we're going to copy that. Then we're going to make a new sprite. And we're going to call it start. Let's resize it so I can paste it properly. Like that, and we'll make it so that it is middle center. Right, that'll be good. System menu, button, start. And I feel like this needs to be, well, minus 10. Let's run it. You have been to all the major Philly teams live, home and away. Excellent. Mostly Flyers and Phillies in terms of number of games attended. That's cool. All right. We need this to be bigger. So let's make it like 3 times its size. Go there, and we can probably get rid. We'll turn this off. We'll get rid of the button background. Yeah, sports games are fun. I used to go to a ton. I played, I played soccer, baseball. I did fencing for 5 years. Then, I also played football, right? And, I did some college football, but nothing major. There we go. I think we need this to be a little bigger. We're currently using UI what? Like my font is the pause font. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Font UI. We're going to say pause. But yeah, I always enjoyed going to games. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's make this come up a little bit higher. Let's make it 20. 10 more. That might be too high, but it's all right. No, actually, that looks pretty good. Does this looks like it's offset from here. Like it should be over a little bit. Huh. It does look a little off center, doesn't it? Compared to the head, like the face here. Yeah. Well, where we are drawing this right here, we can move it. Let's say button X. Well, it's probably the way I'm describing button X too. So button X is what? Oh, it's already offset? What if he just moved it a little more and said 35? So, Calvar, how's stuff with your game stuff going? All right, that looks a little better. I'll wait until it shows up. It might need to come over just a couple more, maybe 5. Let's just make it 40, right? No time for spam calls. There we go. I think that looks pretty good, right? That looks like it's pretty centered now. Technically, this could probably go up by another pixel or 2, maybe 2 more. So that should be down here. Oh, whoop, where's my pause? Or start. I mean, let's do 23. And Brewer, good morning. How are you doing? Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Once it pops up on OBS here. All right, so we have Brewer, you woke up with a headache. Ugh.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello there.
That was delayed.
Hello there. Another happy landing.
And Sophie treat. We could do that. We could get a Sophie treat in right before ad break here. So let's do that because we have about a minute till ads. Here we are. She's been wasting away because nobody's been here to do that. First, sure. Hey Brewer, do you get headaches with the weather? Like the barometric pressure stuff? Sometimes I do. I know Jeepin does, but man, weather changes can be rough on that. Actually, I have a little bit of a headache this morning. All right, ads are going to go off here pretty soon. I'm going to take a beer right back because we can see I am just about out of coffee. So I need some more. And I cover R1, and then we'll get back to things. So that'll be it. Maybe you did not have coffee. Oh, okay. Yeah, caffeine headaches. All right. So either I have a certain amount, right? I have a certain threshold. If I do not have a certain amount of coffee, I tend to get a headache, right? Basically, if I don't have coffee, I will have a headache. If I have coffee, I'm okay. I used to drink energy drinks a lot. And then I found that when I would stop, it would give me headaches for like 3 days if I didn't drink one. So now that I don't really drink them at all, I'm okay. But yeah. All right, there are the ads. I'm going to do a quick beer right back. I will see everybody soon. Hang tight, grab some coffee, do what you need to, and I'll be right back.
If I could go back to that moment, I'd take back every word I said. I'd spun a lie out of pure assumption. Every signal I read, I misread. I thought I gave you every reason to run. I thought this lovebird was left for dead. I was so certain that we were over. But it was all in my head, in my head. Now every time that you say my name, I swear that I can feel it come. It's not a dream, it's reality. With every word, I know I'm falling. You bring me back when I overthink. Every moment, I'm more insane. The way it feels when you feel the same. It's such a rush, it's so uncommon. It was the worry that pushed me over. My hesitation became my truth. I would have still been adrift and floating if it wasn't for you, yeah, for you. You were so patient, so understanding. You gave me space to heal instead. Don't think that I've ever been so glad that it was all in my head, in my head. Now every time that you say my name, I swear that I can feel it coming. It's not a dream, it's reality.
Okay, I'm back. I know, Erwin. Took me just a little bit longer handling Ireland, but it's all good. So let's run this again, and then let's try to figure out what's actually going on with the button, right? And why I'm getting this error here, and go from there, right? So let's run it. So how's everybody doing this morning? Homeless, what are you up to? And Brewer, what do you have plans for today? All right, so we fixed this. I think that looks really good. We have it now, the sprite image for the banner and the center of start game here is coming up right under the middle of the head on the banner. I think that looks good. So we can go ahead and do that. And then once we're here, we pause. And I think this looks pretty good. Homeless, you're going to shovel some more, then maybe play some Pokemon Fire Red. Excellent. What game-wise? Well, I've been playing Crimson Desert a lot. I'm in chapter 3, so I'm probably like 10 hours into it. I realized I need to work on the skills more, and I need to work on just getting better at doing the main mechanics, right? Now, they put out a hotfix last night to fix a couple things, so hopefully that fixes some of the controls, and they made it so that you can have a storage chest in your camp, which is great. All right. Visual. I like the way this looks, right? We have pause here in the middle, although I could probably change the color. Maybe something like this. Well, that might be a cool look. But when we hit resume, we'll crash it out, right? And it's this message, this error, which is this one that we have right here, right? So first thing I'm going to do, though, is change where it says paused. Currently, I have it set to dark forest green. I want something... maybe the red, like blood red, right? So instead of it being forest green, we'll make it blood red, and let's make it capital. All right. No, I don't really think I like that. I think that looks weird. The text looks weird. Paused. I think it needs to be back to lowercase. That was just, I don't know. That's weird. And it's probably the font, but... Start game. That's better. The U on when it was capital was looking a little weird. But I like this. And I agree, Kelvar. It looks better with the banners flipped this way versus I had them reversed before. And I do like this better. So yeah. All right. Let's break this down. We are having, it's saying system game managers causing a problem in the step of this here. So this line here. What if it's not seeing it, and that's the problem, right? Object index 57. It's not able to find the instance of it, right? So it says unable to find instance for the object 57. Game manager. It's because it's paused. I think that's my problem. So what if we said instance exists of it and tell it, be like, hey, this exists and you are just seeing things. I have it one more place, right? Yeah, here. If instance exists. Now this is probably exist. Not gonna work either, but it's a crazy thought. Like what? Like it says it doesn't exist, right? That's the error. Unable to find any instance of it because it pauses and destroys everything. Like so. The thought is, what if we tell it that it actually does exist when it's trying to go back to the menu, like back to the game? All right. Oh, we'll see. All right, start game. Escape, resume. Well, so now, now it's not, so it's not crashing, right? But so we have so we have not crashing, but nothing is being shown, right? Why? We're not reinstating things. So it's not crashing, but nothing is being shown. So that is going to be our problem right here, right? We don't have a what's it called? We don't have an error message. All right. I hate this part, right? I'd rather have an error message than not have an error message. So if we go through here, if dismissing is set to false, we return it. If paused, instance create temp, instance exist. So we did it there. Instance destroy, true. But pause is not. Oops, that's the draw. Well, and if we got back here, we have, maybe it's this. It still thinks it's paused. I don't know. It's destroying it, but not destroying it. And what's the term? It's acting like, what was it called? Instance deactivate or destroy it all. Shit. Instance destroy. No. Time to look up. Pause. Global paused. Instance deactivate all. True. This. I don't think it's reactivating anything. Right? So when the button is pressed, which we have here. Nope, not there. Here. If paused, instance deactivate all. Why does it need something in it? Deactivate all. True. Okay. As one argument, this function will deactivate all instances. No collision. All right. True. Otherwise, instance activate all. Let's try that. All right. We come in here, we hit pause. We're good. We resume. We're not good. Did I get a crash this time? I did not get a crash this time. Why won't you crash? I want an error message. Is that so much to ask for? Tiny Devil, how's it going? Yeah, you finally caught a stream. I know. It's an odd time for me to stream. but it works. That's kind of the problem. How's your Monday going? All right, so we're gonna come back here. This whole thing needs to be rewritten. I think it's not working, and I'm just having problems with it, right? So if we press this or do this, then we're gonna make this. We're gonna get rid of this. We're going to say if not paused here. Let's just screw this. Let's. Yeah. Damn. Going well. Busy working away on projects. Yeah. So what? If you, I know you can't always say it, but what type of what type of project are you working on now? How's that? So we're gonna say, let's take this away. Let's just start a little more from scratch, right? If paused, or if not paused, paused equals true, right? We'll put that inside it. Audio gain, we're gonna say deactivate all here, right? You're working on a game, the game of a movie you helped create. Control AI delete. Excellent. So, while I have you, I know you were working on some 3D stuff with GameMaker. Have you done any more of that? It's still way above my head, but I just think it's really neat with how a couple, yourself, I know, and a few others trying to work with it. And yeah, it's just, it's cool stuff, right? All right, so we changed, well, this, right? So we changed that. We're gonna go back to our pause menu, or our pause menu object. That was for the movie, but all the games from the movie will feature in the game you're currently working on. Nice. Okay, let's think this through. Inside if dismissing, we're now going to say instance activate all, right? So if we are dismissing it, we're back to this instance here, master game, instance destroy, exit. And we got to do that with the hover. If hover quit here, if no instance activate all, there we go. I think I need to look up if system game manager dot paused. All right. So we're not finding that. Okay, then I didn't do anything in here, which is good. All right, let's try running this again. Maybe, oh, I got an error this time. Oh. I am missing got. It's expecting something. We don't need this. Shoot. Where am I missing one of these? And why? Dang it. It's up here. So this belongs there. That belongs there. Okay, so that should fix that. All right, game is running. All right. Let's wait for OBS to see it. There we go. All right, so now when we hit start, we're good. Game's here. We'll hit pause. The moment of truth. If we hit resume, what'll happen? Oh, it resumed. Look at that. Okay. Did I fix it? I think I fixed it. Thanks. I have been doing smaller projects, right? So let's go back to here, right? So on the Edge page, right, I have all kinds of projects now because after Pixel Warrior, which was that first game that my first game, right? But I was like, you know what? I need smaller projects. I need to learn more things. So I switched to doing 3-month projects. The Twitch Avatar app, which is what you see running around the bottom here of the stream, that was a 3-month project. Then I did a 3-month tower defense game, a small game jam here. Then I did a 3-month RPG. And now, which we're about a week away from it ending, is a 3-month top down, right? So the reason I did a lot of that is to make it so it's a learning projects, right? Minimal viable product, demo, just sort of gauging interest in it, right? But it was so I could learn more. I've gotten a lot better. I still have a long way to go, but I've gotten better with it. And Kalmar, wait, where are the endless crashes? Resume actually works. It looked like it worked. It looked like it, right? So we're gonna really test it. We're gonna go to the next room, and we're gonna do a pause here. Now we're gonna try to resume again. Oop. And it worked. No crashes, no bugs. I mean, I'm sure there's bugs, but nothing on this one right now, right? Yeah, so that worked. Resume works. If we hit quit, what happens? Oh, and it took me back to the beginning. Although music's still playing. All right, so we'll have to fix the music. So we can fix a couple things here. This is all working. We can get rid of that, right? When pause menu quit, it sends you back to the start, which is correct. Needs music destroyed. Destroyed. There. And I heard that. Sophie treat. Good morning, Benooch. There she is. Let's switch over here real quick. And we have Sophie, who waits patiently, and sometimes not so patiently, for all the for the treats, right? All right. And I always like it when I'm on full. You can see my beard. It may only last until next month, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and see how long I can go this year. But it's already hitting like 90 degrees, so it may not last forever. It just gets so hot here. All right, so let's think about this. When we quit, right? We are doing go to room start, but we're saying instance destroy. But what are we destroying? We're only destroying the pause menu. If maybe we have it going to half here. Let me comment that out. Let's do instance. No, we can keep our audio, but let's just set it to 0. Let's see if that works. Come on, OBS. And there it is. All right, now that we have the music, we hit quit. The music is off. And shit, why is this off center? It wasn't off center when we started the game, was it? I may have made a new bug, Kelvar, because it's centered now, right? It's centered, but when I hit escape, or I mean when I hit quit and come back to it, it's not centered. So we'll go in here. We hit this. We hit quit, and it brings me back to the start room. But now this is moved. Why? Why would you move? Well, nice, but not really. Yeah, I know. Why would it move? Huh? System menu. What is wrong with you? I mean, we're offsetting it, but that was to align it up at the beginning. But now, and we don't need this anymore because now we have the sprite that we put in, right? Let's hold our noses because that was stinky. Homeless. Holding it in all weekend, were you? Okay, so button Y is this. So we're doing button Y with our GUI H, which is display get GUI height because I made a macro for it, right? So, but it's that divided by 2 plus 80, and then I'm offsetting in it again. And I feel like that is the problem. Let's just leave it out for a minute, right? So what happens now when we start the game? GUI. Well, it wasn't offsetting it on the Y. It was on the X. It's the pickled eggs. True. So, all right, we're going to start game. We're going to quit game. It moved the whole thing to the X. All right, which means we can come back in here and say, hey, if we're doing GUI this, the text needs to be button Y minus, what did we say it was, like 20? Let's do 20. And we can unpause some music. All right. This is lined up, right? I mean, it's maybe 1 pixel or 2 pixels too far to the right, but it's lined up. We start game. So we can see lined up. We pause. These are lined up. We hit quit, which takes you back to here. And I don't know why it's acting like now there is an additional push on the X. All right, let's save this. Let me commit. We're going to create a browser version so we can see what it looks like. There we go. Okay. Let me switch here. Let's do a GX Games. Remember when it took me forever to realize that when I'm doing a browser, I can't do debug. I have to do regular run. So we'll start it. All right. This is why. It's offset now at the start. So if we start it and then pause, these are okay. And we quit, and we come back, it's in the same spot. That is why. The Windows version doesn't see something. Well, since I don't care as much for the Windows version, let's change our offset. Right? So pause my button. Oh no, not on here. System menu. Button X is offset. We're just going to take that away. And we're going to try it again. Stop running? Yeah. Stop running. Okay. So it's lined. up, sort of. It's lined up. It's close. Whatever. Okay, so we pause. We quit. It's lined up. We're good. We pause so I can hear music. Crap. I don't have sounds on the browser, or do I? And I just don't hear them. Tab should not be muted. It is not. I wonder if it's because I don't have. Do I have? Wait. Well, let's find something else with the sound. Let's go to, I don't know, YouTube. Or about cars. Videos. Random car racing, different roads. Fine.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra
Okay.
for $0.
There's
no
sound.
trade-in needed.
But the game does not have sound. So what is the problem? All right, for all those that are out there that use GameMaker, is there something different you have to do for browser to get your sounds to work when making a browser playable game? Maybe I changed something and I don't realize it. Right? Oh, wait, there it is. What the hell? That was weird. So if we quit and we come back to here, start the game. It's starting with no sound. See? But then we pause and we resume and there's sound. So many weird bugs. All right. Let's close it. Let's come back in here. Let's take a look at my audio. And welcome in, Flank. How are you doing today? Are the sounds all MP number? MP3? Do you mean? No. They're not MP3s. Some are like waves and that kind of stuff. I should not have to do anything special. True. I should not. But let's go to System Game Manager. Let's look at my volume. I mean, I'm starting halfway, right? And then I wonder if it's like when I room start audio if room is not store nor start. So when we go to the first combat room, if audio is playing, sound game, audio stop. But then sound game 1. It's got to be this. I don't think I don't have this right. One odd thing I have seen, if you call a sound in game and it says name is sound.mp3 and you do sound.mps, notice the capital letter change, true. Web will cause issues, and wave is not a good file for the web. Should always, I don't know if I have an mp3 for those files. I'm just, yeah, it's not going to happen. Do a quick deploy to itch, and it may be sorted. When you click play on itch, it gets focused. True. All right, well, we could do that. We could update the itch page. We haven't done that in a while, so let's make that happen and see what it does there. True. So where is it? Here. Edit game. Let's take down the one that's on there, which has been there for a little bit. So it's good to bring it up to speed anyways. Then we're on GX Games. We're going to make an executable for that. Stop. You can use a web audio converter, or you think on PC there's a good free tool? I probably could. But we'll see. We'll try to get it to work first. Before I start putzing around with stuff that seems to have only just recently broken. So, we'll see. All right. What did I do? I made the file. We saved the page. I'm going to upload the new file. And it's uploaded. Save. Let's come here. Kemar, the closer I am to finishing, the more edge cases I will expose. True, probably. And then at that point, I'm just like, well, it's fine. We'll call it a fail. But we have like a week from today until the end of the project. And then we'll determine whether it's a pass or fail. And then we move on to another project, which we're doing for 6 months, like a revisit. Right. But I think we'll be able to fix this. So let's start it. We're going to test a couple things. We're going to try it in a couple different browsers. I hear the audio of the walking already. I have audio. Still audio. Quit. No audio. Okay. It fixed itself. I'm not going to worry about it. If you you can stay vigilant. Today is the day you could be putting your game in the Google Play Store. Well, excellent. Do you Do you have a link? Do you have anything you want to show for your game? I've heard of Audacity. I think I have Audacity. I do have Audacity. I see it on the desktop over here. I have a bunch of different ones, but Audacity, I have DaVinci Resolve, a couple things like that, but I do have Audacity. However, it fixed itself. You'll most likely add to itch as well. Excellent. So, oh, when we resume, that didn't reset. So we need when quitting game, enemy remains need reset. How long am I on today? Probably just another hour. Maybe. That's all. I don't stream a huge amount. Maybe 3 hours each, like on my weekend. So I do 3 hours like Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Monday morning. That's it. It's a balance. This is a hobby. So I try to balance streaming, doing this work, trying to fit in some game time, trying to fit in, because it's nice out, back to working in the garage, any projects on the vehicle, the house, that kind of stuff. Plus, I work full time. So it's a balance, which is why the weird stream time first thing in the morning. Right? All right. So we know this is working here on itch. On this browser, let's open up the other browser and try it on that browser. I think that's a good idea. We'll try it. All right. So now let's run the game. We have start. I do hear the footsteps. They're quiet, but I hear them. We got it. We got it. So cool stuff. All right. Sound is working. You hear that? You work full time too, and try and run a company on the side. It can be a lot. Remember to relax, and love life still. Exactly. We have off-road stuff that we do, because we both have Jeeps, Jeep Wranglers. That is our main thing, right? So we like to go camping. We like to get out and do stuff, go on trails. It's good times. And yesterday, Jeep and I went to a off-road meetup with 3 different groups, and it was just for like coffee and breakfast, but it was a parking lot like cruise type stuff, right? Little show. You could go there and check everybody's vehicle. Everybody had like their tents open or whatever they got, and it's cool. All right, so current status today, we now have our sound working, right? And let me switch back to this browser. So we have it working. If anybody would like to test, we're still in beta testing on this. We have 1 week left. It'd be good. Some feedback, be excellent, right? I think what we need to do next is we're going to work on a couple little art pieces. So open, where is it? Animation, I think, is where I have it. Here, we need to finish up these two, right? It's been about a week about a week. We worked on these, was it last weekend? So now this weekend, we're almost done. I got 2 left. We'll put them together and then figure out the coloring. But so we'll do that. And we'll bring those in. Oops, where did GameMaker go? And we have 2 left. So these 2 right here. Right? And we'll do these action names. The shield effect looks pretty good. I'm not sure I'm going to get to the weapon of it being tier 1. I'm not sure I'm going to get to tier 2s, but we might be able to. We might. So, yeah. Might. We might. All right. Let's think about this. Let's go back to this. They're a little, I mean, it's a little janky, but like, it looks okay. When we were doing this, like we drew these on stream, was like I said last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that, or did a couple 1 week and then finished them off. They're not the best. Like little cloud things kind of are terrible, but it's all right. What colors do we want with an orange? So far we have green. It looks like we have a blue. Now we have an orange letter. And what we have a palette somewhere. Here it is. Let's open this in our browser. So orange is with blue, right? But we could do like a green orange. Okay. If you want to see, you got it. All right. That will be fine. Yeah, you can send a message or post down in the game dev area or whatever. If you're on the Discord, right? If not, there it is. Turn on music. All right. I see the notification ads are going to go off in like, I don't know, a minute. And when they do, I'm going to take a very quick, be right back to fill up the coffee. But we should be good. And there she is. Good morning, Jeepin. So I think orange, maybe with violet background, like a purple background, that might be nice. Oh, you can't even see what I'm looking at. This color palette. around. There we are. Right, so what if we said orange, but then we said, like, I don't know what this will look like. A bright. And that was not what I wanted. I wanted this. Right? But then we want to take this and put it over top of it. What do we think? Do we think that looks okay? Are the colors too clashing? It might be. And there is the ad break. I will be right back. Hang tight. And we'll get back to it. We are back. What if, and I think you're right, the words don't stand out. What if we just make the background like white? And we made this like a brighter orange. That's about as bright as it gets. Okay. So what if we just did that? Like, kablam. Maybe... like this. Hamster, good morning. How's it going? Yeah, I don't like that sticking out. Or that one. I don't know. Maybe like a blue, gray. That might be all right. We'll have to come back to it. Okay. What do we need with our snap word? Good, man. Just working on one of the games. Excellent. The next 2 weeks are crunch time for you to get a demo together for a publisher who said they were interested in seeing more. Well, that's good. If you have anything you'd like to post for it, please feel free to do so. I have about not about one. I have 1 week left in this game project, and then that'll be it. We'll be moving on to a new project. This one's driving me nuts. I don't know what I want with it. So yeah. And this, I don't know what color would go well with that. What color is opposite of violet? Green? Like a yellow green? So green, yellow green? Like that? You could do that. Then we'll do white. Like this. And we can capture this. We'll put it like that. Well, that one looks okay. So what's wrong with you? Let's try green as well. But let's make it like regular green. There's that word. Yes, the onomatopoeia. Right? Action words. That's what I call them. Action words. You like the orange with the green better? Okay. I think we'll just stick with that. It's such a weird word, right? But that's it. You didn't know you could recolor that easy in a sprite? Sure. All I'm doing, just to show you, is I pick a color from over here, right, over on the little palette or down here. I use a paint bucket, right? And so if we said like purple, it's this. You click it, and as long as it's a sealed pattern, right, no escaping, your color will all change to it. So it works really good with big open stuff like that. Also, they're not in different layers. These are flat. It's all one layer. So it makes it easy to do too. All right, let's take it, bring it over into the game. And I know, yes. Oops, I want to there, but to there. All right. You've been chasing yours in Photoshop, and sometimes it adds blur on the pixel edges. You hate the blur it adds. You need to just get a sprite. Yes. Pixel art, I and I'm assuming most everybody else likes the A sprite, right? All right, we're gonna make this smaller. Let's just set it to like 5. Then we'll paste it in, we'll scale it. So it'll look like that. And there we have it. Yeah, A-Sprite's pretty amazing. I'm getting better at it. I am not great. I'm learning as we go. I do a lot of stuff on the same layer, but I also have started working on things where I separate the layers. I also make separate frames for things. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But honestly, like, I would probably not think of Photoshop for pixel art. You can do it, but like, I wouldn't think about it. That is not my first thought. And there are different ways, if you're using GameMaker, to bring stuff in from A Sprite straight in. There is something called GM Link. You can use that. I have used it. I don't like it. So I just do my own thing. But there's different ways to do it. I've also learned how to use GameMaker to create the frames when bringing things over, right? By that, I mean, if I copy, let's say, these two guys, right? And I'm like, oh, I want to bring you over, but I need this in frames. So copy it, right? Come over here. We'll make a temp sprite. And we'll paste this in. Oh, it would help if I was on the correct layer. Yes, it would. Let me redo that. All right, we'll copy these guys in, right? So now I have these in, right? However, I'm like, oh, I need this in the 2 frames. So now you go to image, convert to frames, and you tell it you have 2, right? We'll offset it. We'll say this is like 60, not quite. You can create your sizes and go like this, right? So now I've created my 2 frames, and you convert it, and it'll do it for you. So you can do it that way too. Yeah, GM Link worked, but it has to refresh the assets list, closing all of your expanded locations. True, it does. Also, it goes through and updates them all, right? So if you, I don't know, I just didn't like it, the way it was doing that, so I took it off. But there are different ways, and a lot of people do like it, right? So it's just a matter of what you want to do with it. All right, so now, what weapon, like, what do we want Kabam with? We have our action stuff. Our sprites. Our descriptions. Then we have our sound being put in here. Okay. Well, I think it's okay. So I'll have to think about where, like, which ones I want for the last 2. Yeah. Let's play it for a little bit while I can think of some stuff. All right. Let's pause this. Let's stop this because I'm going to... No, I should run it in that. Let's test it just in the browser. All right. On here, what do I feel is not right, and what does everybody in chat think? So a couple things will change. The debug area right here on the left is going to be different, right? I want to put the name with the essence stone still. With the icon. But you can notice through the blue portal when it rhymes. You must get out before they do more experiments on you. Here, take this weapon. Unfortunately, you need to fight your way out. I'll help you when I can. Yep. All right. And let me know if you think that is loud to you. just a little bit. We have music. I feel like I need the music not to play when we come to this menu. Turn off music in room store. Update this here. Update out of essence message. I haven't worked on the items yet still. I mean, they're partially there. Items. And I need buttons for these. Button sprites for next round and re-roll. Okay. Oh, I'm like one short on a for buying stuff. All right. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's take a throwing axe. So now we have a ranged and a melee. And the throwing axe, when it hits the enemy, freezes them in place for a moment. And the melee weapons have a knockback feature on them. That'll push them away. Let's add about a crossbow. No, we don't have enough. Go through. I think the music still works. It will help when I make it so that you don't use the music when you go into like the menu. So you're not always hearing it. Alright, so we hit level 2. I don't want one of those. So we're gonna hold off on it. There it is. So let's re-roll. Let's do a re-roll. I want the shield. I'm gonna do one more. Oh. Come on. One reroll. No shield. Two reroll. No shield. The shield is not as common to pop up. I also think the +2 that comes when you go over top of these could probably be a little bigger. So, stone +2, make it bigger. All right. Try it again. One reroll, then it costs you. And it does not. I wonder if I should really make the shield an item versus. Well, if I keep it as weapon, though, it's in the slot. But I guess having an item, it could use up one of the slots too. Well, we'll take one of these anyways. You can always exchange it. We have throwing stars everywhere. Throwing stars are not. Well, they're aiming to the middle, but they're not being destroyed. It looks like it just goes through the enemy. Throwing star is destroyed on impact. Okay. We're getting there. I'm trying to get to level 3. I think the slow increase of enemies increase on enemy spawn amount would be good. There we go. Let's get rid of that one. All right, so now I have a shield. You have a new item over here. You have a cooldown, a ready, and a left mouse button or R for the on the gamepad. And it does this, and it throws you through the enemies using a dash. And knocks them all away. So now let's take this. Let's swap out that one. Try that. And I use a telegraph, like a tel, on it. It gives you a little arrow and it says, hey, you're about to propel yourself forward using that feature, right? There we go. I was wondering if they're going to start firing. So once you hit level 3, they start having like lasers and stuff. Seems to be doing all right. I still have to finish and come up with an ending a little bit, but I think it's coming along. I think it's getting there, right? All right. Well, I got a little bit of a little list, right? So, I suppose I should try to organize that and try to make it so things have some more sounds, try to make it so it's a little good. The music probably needs to be stopped. Like I said, when you get to the room start. Although this is supposed to stop it. If room is not room store and room is not room start, play the music. Otherwise, can I do that? If I say else, if room equals room store and or maybe I can say if else if room equals room store or room start audio stop sound game. I think that works. All right, let's just give it a short try. And I hit the wrong button. Okay. Come back in here. Do this. All right, we'll go through the first level, go into the main thing. All right, cool. All right, so now we have the music stopping when you come into the menu system. This. Oops. So music, turn off music in room star. We finished that. Let's move that. Fixed. There we are. All right. Let's close that. Then what else do we want? Let's think about it. Sound, maybe for our taser. Just looking at my list here. Let's look here. So sound for taser. Do not have it in there. Fonts, sounds. If we look at what I've been collecting for some sounds for this, I don't really know. I think I still need to come up with something, some way to electrocute the player or the enemy a little bit. I need sounds for a portal. I'm not sure what sounds pretty good for that. Figure something. I do not have sound for the sigh or a couple other things. I do have sound for the dash. All right. That'll be some boring stuff where I get to sit and just go through a whole bunch of music, trying to find it. What's up, Arwen? All right. Maybe it's just a good spot to stop. And then get a couple other things done. I'll come back and work on this for a little bit, as well as get in some more game time. And then today at 4 p.m. Is Jeepin's cooking stream. So, I think that's what we're going to do. How many more days are you working on this? Well, it's going to be done by Monday is the project end date. So, we'll see. We'll see how long or how much more I can get done on it, right? It's pretty good. I mean, yeah, next Monday. So that'll be the end of the 3 months. That will be the end of the project. We'll determine whether it's a pass or fail. And then we move on so that the beginning of the first weekend in April will be a revisit on we're going to do something different. So we're going to go back to a project. We've never done that. We're going back to a project. We're going to go back to the RPG that we spent 3 months on, which is version 1. And now we're going to spend 6 months and really take the RPG and make version 2 and really polish it and bring it up to the next level, right? We're going to we're going to work on fixing bugs. We're going to work on making new we're going to make new biomes. So we have 3 biomes, three quests, right? So this is the game that it is right now. And like I said, it's got 3 biomes, 3 quests, 3 enemies. We're going to make it at least a couple more biomes, really fine tune it. And like I said, bring it up to the next level of the game, right? And I think in 6 months, we should be able to do that, right? I'm averaging pretty close to about 100 hours per month on my projects, right? So that being said, 3 months is about 300 hours. 6 months, we'll get about 600. I think that's really good. I think that'd be good, right? Like when you get this mobile game published and finish the client, you are starting your first PC Mac game. Well, that's excellent. Kelvar, once the RPG is enhanced, there will be mass layoffs at Bethesda as it takes over the marketplace. True. If it goes well, onto console. Excellent. I don't think I'll ever make a console game. I may do a mobile game, right? Some of these games aren't bad and could probably be mobile. Some of these, like especially like this one, even this Escape one, could probably be a mobile game. But for now, I'm just working on PC browser play, right? I am happy I was able to get controller working for the top down, so that's pretty good. But yep. All right. Like I said, I think we're getting pretty close to being time anyways. Let's see who is around. And go say hi to them. So let me check out some other devs real fast here. And Tiny Devil, great to catch my stream. I appreciate you being here. Yes. So it looks like this might be good. All right. I think we'll go say hi to Delric. And with that being said, today is the last day for stream until next weekend. I will be back on Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, and we'll continue. We'll see what I'm able to get finished between today and throughout the week. Sometimes that's a little difficult. I am kind of getting addicted to playing Crimson Desert too, so there's that. But we'll see, right? So we're gonna go ahead and say hi to Delric, and don't forget, today at 4 p.m. is Jeep and Annie's cooking stream. You can see it here. And also, if you have not, feel free to join the Discord. I am working on building up the game development area, and adding in all different engine stuff and more people to it. So hopefully it becomes a really good spot. You just have to choose the game development role when you join the Discord. That's all. All right, folks, let's go say hi to Delric, and I will talk to you all later. Bye now.